Michael Jackson is the biggest selling artist of all times.
Michael Jackson, the pop king, and the legend that took places in everyone's hearts. Now, a few minutes ago, he was spotted alive at 65.
Pop singer Michael Jackson has died. Jackson was not breathing when paramedics arrived at his home after a 911 call.
For years, we knew that Michael was gone, but this shocked everyone. He has always been a private person. Could this hold the secret to his return? Some say he came back to reveal the untold story of his life. Could this even be possible? Let's find out. Michael Jackson grew up in a strict home.
My father always prepared for the family, and if he hit me, I would hit him back.
His dad, Joe, was tough and used to hit them with a belt to assert his dominance. His mom, Catherine, was warm and kind. She had dreams of singing but chose to care for her family instead. She worked at Sears and focused on her faith. Michael had happy times with his siblings, but also sadness, especially after losing his baby brother, Brandon. In 1965, his life changed.
Ladies and gentlemen, please greet for their first visit, the Jackson 5.
Michael became the lead singer of the Jackson 5 with his brother Jermaine. He was just a kid, singing and dancing at local shows. He wowed crowds with his voice and energy. Music became more than fun. It became his dream. The journey was hard. From 1966 to 1968, the Jackson 5 played in tough places, opening for big artists. In 1967, they won a contest at the Apollo Theater in Harlem. That win opened doors. Soon, they recorded their first song, Big Boy, in their hometown, Gary, Indiana. Then came another big moment. In 1968, after signing with Steeltown Records, they met Bobby Taylor, who took them to Motown. This was their big break. The family moved to Los Angeles, ready for stardom. Motown had big plans. Diana Ross introduced the Jackson 5 to the world. People loved Michael. He had something special. Soon, they had hit songs. In 1970, I Want You Back hit #1. Then came ABC, The Love You Save, and I'll Be There. The Jackson 5 became stars. They moved into a big house in Encino, California in 1971. Michael was more than a singer. He was a star. Between 1972 and 1975, Michael released 4 solo albums. Got to Be There, Ben, Music, and Me, and Forever Michael. His song Ben was about a rat, but people loved it. It became a #1 hit. But fame came with challenges. Even as he grew as a solo artist, Michael stayed with his brothers. The Jackson 5 kept making music that people loved all over the country. In 1974, Michael shocked the fans with his robotic dance on Soul Train, but the group felt trapped by Motown. In 1975, they left and signed with Epic Records. They became the Jacksons. Their younger brother Randy joined, while Jermaine stayed with Motown for his solo career. The Jacksons toured worldwide and made 6 albums from 1976 to 1984. Michael became their main songwriter, creating hits like Shake Your Body Down to the Ground and Can You Feel It. In 1977, he went to New York to play the Scarecrow in The Wiz with Diana Ross. The movie wasn't a hit, but he met Quincy Jones, who would help him make his best music. This was just the beginning of Michael's rise to legend status. Michael Jackson's rise to fame is an incredible story. While living in New York, he got into hip-hop culture. Studio 54, a famous nightclub, had a big impact on his music. In 1978, he had his first nose surgery, starting a long journey of changing how he looked. In 1979, he released Off the Wall. This album made him a superstar. It mixed pop, soul, and funk, with hits like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough and Rock With You. It sold over 20 million copies worldwide. By 1980, Michael had won 3 American Music Awards and a Grammy for Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. But he wanted more. That year, he made history by getting the highest royalty rate in the music industry, earning 37% of his album sales. This showed how determined he was to be the best. Then came Thriller. This album changed music forever. In 1982, he worked on an audiobook for E.T. the Extraterrestrial, but his biggest moment was Thriller. It became the best-selling album ever, with 70 million copies sold. It stayed at the top of the charts for 37 weeks and had 7 top 10 hits, including Billie Jean and Beat It. In 1983, Michael created one of the most famous moments in music history.
Jackson's iconic white glove. It's made of cream-colored leather and hand-sewn rhinestones. It's the glove that Jackson wore back in 1983
At the Motown 25 show, he wore a glittering jacket and a white glove. As he performed Billie Jean, he introduced the world to the moonwalk. That move amazed millions and became legendary. Between 1981 and 1983, he worked with Freddie Mercury on songs like State of Shock and There Must Be More to Life Than This. Their album never happened due to creative differences and an unexpected visit from Michael's pet llama. State of Shock was later released with Mick Jagger instead of Freddie. At the 1984 Grammy Awards, Thriller made history. Michael won 8 Grammys, tying a record with Santana. The album won Album of the Year, while Beat It and Billie Jean also won big awards. He also took home 8 American Music Awards, including the Award of Merit.
For his outstanding musical contributions in the 1970s, 80s, and 90s, the American Music Awards presents Michael Jackson,
making him the youngest person to win it. Now first, like always, be sure to hit the like button down below. It helps us out tremendously with the reach of this video. Thank you. The Thriller music video changed the industry. It wasn't just a video, it was a short film. It showed Michael dancing with zombies and set a new standard.
And the winner is Michael Jackson.
The video boosted album sales and won a Grammy for Best Music Video. At this point, he wasn't just a star, he was a legend. Time magazine called him a one-man rescue team for the music industry. His influence went beyond music. After an accident during a Pepsi commercial, he donated his $1.5 million settlement to a burn center, which was later named after him. In the late 1980s, he signed a $10 million deal with Pepsi, which helped fund his Bad album and tour. He also worked with brands like LA Gear, Suzuki, and Sony. In 1984, Michael reunited with his brothers for the Victory Tour. It drew over 2 million fans across the US. But during the last show at Dodger Stadium, he made a big announcement. This would be his last tour with his brothers. He wanted to focus on his solo career. At the height of his success, Michael kept breaking records. With every step, he changed music, dance, and culture. But even with all his success, his journey was far from over. In 1985, Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie wrote "We Are the World." This song was more than just music. It was a movement. It raised $63 million to help people in need. It sold 20 million copies and won 4 Grammy Awards. That same year, Michael made another smart move. Paul McCartney taught him about the power of song rights. So Michael bought the ATV Music Publishing catalog for $47.5 million. This included most of the Beatles' songs, making him a big name in the music industry. As his success grew, people noticed his skin was changing. He was born with brown skin, but it started getting lighter. Some thought he was doing it on purpose. But in 1983, his doctor, Dr. Arnold Klein, said Michael had vitiligo. This skin condition removes color from the skin. He was also diagnosed with lupus. By 1986, his condition was more visible. He used makeup to even out his skin tone. He always said he wasn't trying to change who he was just treating his skin. But the rumors never stopped. During this time, he became close to Dr. Klein's assistant, Debbie Rowe. She later became his wife and the mother of his first 2 children. His changing looks stayed in the spotlight. In his 1988 book and a 1993 interview, he admitted to 2 nose surgeries and a cleft chin procedure. He said he wanted to stay fit for dancing, but people kept talking about more surgeries and health problems. After his death, his mother said he had surgery to help his skin condition. She believed fame made him change over time. One of the strangest rumors came in 1986. People said Michael slept in an oxygen chamber to stay young. He denied it, but many thought he leaked a photo of himself in the chamber for publicity. Despite all the gossip, his creativity never stopped. That year, he worked with George Lucas and Francis Ford Coppola on Captain EO, a 3D short film. The project cost $30 million and premiered at Disneyland. Fans loved it. Even after it was removed in the 90s, it came back as a tribute after he passed away. In 1987, Michael stepped away from the Jehovah's Witnesses. Some believed it was because they didn't approve of his Thriller video. He had even apologized for it in 1984. But in a 2001 interview, he said he was still part of the faith, leaving fans confused. Michael's music career kept breaking records. In 1987, he released Bad, his first album in 5 years. Fans were excited, and it didn't disappoint. It became the first album ever to have 5 #1 songs in the US, including Bad and Smooth Criminal. It topped charts in 25 countries and sold up to 45 million copies worldwide. His Bad World Tour from 1987 to 1989 was also a huge success. In Japan, he sold out 14 shows, drawing 570,000 fans. In the UK, he set a record by selling out 7 Wembley Stadium shows, with 54,000 people at each show. This achievement earned him a Guinness World Record. In 1988, he shared his story in his autobiography, Moonwalk. He talked about his childhood, the Jackson 5, and his struggles.
The Jackson 5 are here tonight. They're, without a doubt, one of the most popular singing groups in the entire world today, and as I mentioned in the monologue, their records have sold over 35.
The book sold 200,000 copies and became a #1 bestseller. That same year, he received an honor from the city of Paris and released Moonwalker, a film that became the best-selling video in the US. Then, in March 1988, he bought a massive 2,700-acre property in California. He turned it into Neverland Ranch, a magical place with amusement park rides and a zoo. It was his escape from the pressure of fame. By the late 80s, he had officially become the King of Pop, a title given to him by Elizabeth Taylor. Even President George H.W. Bush called him the artist of the decade. By the end of the 80s, Michael wasn't just a music star. He was the most famous person in the world. His music and generosity touched millions, but his personal life stayed complicated. In 1993, he proposed to Lisa Marie Presley, Elvis Presley's daughter. They got married in 1994, but people questioned if it was real or just for publicity. By December 1995, they had separated, and Lisa Marie filed for divorce in January 1996. Even with personal struggles, Michael kept pushing boundaries in music. He even worked on Sonic the Hedgehog 3 for Sega Genesis. In June 1995, he released History, Past, Present, and Future, Book 1. It was a mix of his greatest hits and new songs. The album sold 20 million copies and became the best-selling multi-disc album ever. It also earned him a Grammy nomination. Many believe Michael Jackson is still alive, even though he passed away on June 25, 2009. Rumors and conspiracy theories keep spreading, fueled by devoted fans, alleged sightings, and doubts about the official reports. However, no real evidence supports these claims. Some say he has been seen in places like Paris. A satirical article once joked that he was living under a different name, adding to the speculation. Social media posts also claim to show him in the background of photos, but these images are often edited or misinterpreted. In 2016, a selfie by his daughter, Paris Jackson, sparked rumors, but experts later debunked it. Many fans struggle to accept his death, and social media helps these theories grow. Hoax videos and misleading statements make people question reality. Still, official records confirm he passed away due to acute propofol intoxication. His doctor, Conrad Murray, was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. Despite clear evidence, the idea of Michael Jackson being alive remains popular. It shows how much he still means to people and proves his lasting impact as the king of pop. So is Michael Jackson's recent sighting real or just a trick? What do you think? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.